Live from ABC News and Public Affairs Center. This is ABC News Patrol, Voice of the Masses. For the headlines, LTFRB and Piston fail to solve the impasse for franchise consolidation. President Bongbong Marcos refused extension for franchise consolidation deadline. Potential storm named Kabayan is still being monitored for its possibility to enter the PAR in less than 24 hours. Areas around Visayas and Mindanao are advised to be ready. Debut album of the singer-songwriter AD Scenario made its release under OC Records.
Good morning, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Princess Alinsunod, your anchor for the day, serving you the hottest, unbiased, and the most leading news of the time. ABC News Patrol, Voice of the Masses. LTFRB and Piston talks failed to solve impasse over the December 31 deadline. However, pagkakaisa ng mga samahan ng tsuper at operator nationwide or Piston still pushed through, hoping that President Marcos will think again and extend their deadline. Here's Solana Alcapa for the updates.
A meeting on Thursday between the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board LTFRB Chair Teofilo Garis III and pagkakaisa ng mga samahan ng tsuper at operator nationwide o Piston, President Modi Floranda and other transport group leaders failed to break the impasse between the two parties over the December 31 deadline for franchise consolidation under the government's Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program. On the first day of the two-day transport strike led by Piston, hundreds of drivers and operators marched to the LTFRB headquarters in Quezon City to protest the looming phase-out of passenger jeepneys. Piston, on the other hand, issued a statement after the meeting in which it called out by the LTFRB and Malacanang for refusing to claim responsibility for the thousands of drivers and commuters who would be affected after the December 31 deadline.
Tayo ay nananawagan sa ating mga pasahero na sana ay maunawaan nila yung pagkilos na ito. Inuulit natin ang welgang ito ay hindi lamang sa interes ng mga driver at operator. Itong welgang ito ay para sa interes ng buong mamamayan sapagkat gusto lang natin na mas manatili yung mas maayos na serbisyo, mas mura na serbisyo para sa kanila. Paano nila pagkakasyahin yung kanilang kararampot na sahod sa pangangailangan lalo na kung tataas ang pamasahe.
The transport group said it was told by the LTFRB that there was nothing it could do since President Marcos had refused an extension.
Earlier this week, Mr. Marcos said that the December 31 deadline for the consolidation of PUV operators would not be extended. However, described as misleading the government's claim that 70% of operators had already been consolidated because the figure covers all types of PUVs, including buses. Only 26% of passenger jeepneys and 36% of UV Express taxis in Metro Manila have so far been consolidated.
Solana Alcapa reporting, Voice of the Masses. Thank you so much for your report, Solana. Let's now check the weather conditions for this upcoming night mass. Here's Bernadette Roque for updates. What are we expecting, Bernadette? Princess, there's so much to tell as we welcome the Simbang Gabi on Saturday. My advice is that just please don't forget to bring your umbrella with you as the low pressure area that may enter the Philippine area of responsibility may intensify into a tropical cyclone. The low pressure area that may develop into a storm will only begin bringing rains in the eastern sections of Visayas and Mindanao on Sunday. According to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administrations or PAGASA, the LPA was last seen 1,595 kilometers east of southeastern Mindanao at 3 o'clock early in the morning Friday and has no effect yet on the weather. It may enter the Philippine area of responsibility on Saturday and develop into a tropical depression which will be assigned the local name Kabayan and the first storm this December. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will be hot and humid in the same period with some chance of afternoon or evening rain showers due to localized thunderstorms. Again, this is Bernadette Roque reporting for the weather forecast. Back to you, Princess. Thanks for the update, Bernadette. Meanwhile, for our showbiz news, the debut album Scenario by one of the well-known artists in today's industry, AD, has now been released. Here's the report from Angel Tamayo. Angel?
Singer-songwriter AD has released on Friday his debut album Scenario, which is now available on all music streaming platforms. Scenario, which tackles every fantasy, emotion, imagination, experience, and other things that AD dealt with during the pandemic, was released under OC Records. Some of the songs included in the 13-track album are his hits Paraluman, Tahanan, and Mahika.
Good work, AD! And that's it for our latest and hottest news reports for today. There's only 9 days left before Christmas. This is Princess Alinsunod, your anchor for unbiased and fearless news. This is ABC News Patrol, Voice of the Masses.